Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, Bhadra. The top stories first. Active number of coronavirus cases climb above 9,000. Capital sees a surge in infection. Home Minister appeals all to abide by safety rules. Army mobilized in Parsa for effective implementation of shutdown. Nepal Oil Corporation hikes price of petroleum products. Price of cooking gas and aviation fuel remains unchanged. India restores 4G internet service in parts of Kashmir. Supreme Court says indefinite shutdown of internet is illegal. And Manchester United crash out of Europa League, finished trophyless in the season after losing the third semi-final. And now, the news in detail. The ruling Nepal Communist Party is holding its secretariat meeting today. Chairman duo KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal had formed a 6-member task force on Friday to resolve the internal dispute of the party. Senior leaders Chalanath Khanal, Madhav Kumar Nepal and NCP spokesperson Narayan Kaji Shrestha had raised questions about the legitimacy of the task force led by Party General Secretary Bishnu Paudal following criticisms from the senior leaders. A secretariat meeting has been called for 9 a.m. today to decide on the fate of the task force. Coronavirus has claimed 2 more lives in Nepal, taking the death toll to 104. The Health Ministry yesterday confirmed the death of a man in Parsa and a woman in Morang. According to Health Ministry spokesperson Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, coronavirus has claimed 10 lives in Province 1, 45 in Province 2, 18 in Bagmati Province, 6 in Gandaki Province, 13 in Province 5, 4 in Karnali Province and 8 in Sudur Paschim Province.
जम्मा पुरुष 81 जना र महिला 23 जना गरी 104 जना। आज 2 जनाको दुखद निधन भएको छ। पर्सा जिल्लामा 1 जना पुरुष र मोरङमा 1 जना महिला हुनुहुन्छ।
Meanwhile, the ministry yesterday confirmed 641 new cases of coronavirus in the country. The new cases were found after PCR test of 12,247 persons were conducted recently. Among the new cases, 172 were confirmed in Kathmandu Valley alone. Dr. Gautam informed that a total of 126 cases were found in Kathmandu, 38 in Lalitpur and 8 in Bhaktapur.
218 महिला र 423 पुरुष गरी जम्मा 641 जना।
The active cases of coronavirus across the country has reached 9,221, which is an increase of more than 1,000 cases from the overnight tally of 8,193. All the infected persons are undergoing treatment in isolation, while around 100 are receiving treatment in ICU. Meanwhile, 134 patients were discharged from hospital yesterday. The total number of recovered cases stands at 17,355. In the meantime, the District Administration Office and the local levels have been issuing prohibitory orders one after another after cases of coronavirus continue to increase. The Nepalese army was deployed in Parsa to impose the prohibitory order more strictly. Similarly, District Administration Office Bhadra has also decided to enforce an indefinite prohibitory order starting from today. The District COVID-19 Coordination Committee made the decision to enforce the curfew from 5 in the morning from Monday until further notice. Earlier, prohibitory order was issued in the region from 2nd of August. Elsewhere, District Administration Office Chitwan has enforced prohibitory order in its 6 local levels. The increase in the case of coronavirus in the region forced the local levels to propose the District Administration Office to announce a prohibitory order. Chief District Officer Narayan Prasad Adhikari informed that excluding Madi, all local levels have issued a prohibitory order until 21st of August. A prohibitory order was already announced in Bharatpur municipality starting from 14th August midnight. Minister for Home Affairs Ram Bahadur Thapa has appealed to the public to abide by safety rules to contain and control the novel coronavirus outbreak. Minister Thapa urged the public to follow government directives to curb COVID-19 infection. Government's solo effort wouldn't suffice to control the outbreak unless the general public adhere to the health and safety protocols, Minister Thapa added. If both the government and its citizens are to abide by the safety guidelines and jointly work for curbing the rapid surge in cases, coronavirus can be controlled, Minister Thapa added.
सरकारले मात्रै गरेर चाहिँ कोरोनाको रोकथाम गर्न सकिन्न। नागरिकहरूको सहभागिता र उनीहरूको सचेतताले मात्रै चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ यो कोरोनाको संक्रमणलाई हामीले चाहिँ रोक्न सकिन्छ। म सबै आदरणीय दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई उहाँहरूले यो कोरोनाको यो संक्रमणको अवस्थामा सुरक्षाका नियमहरूलाई चाहिँ पालन गरिदिन अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु।
Stating that the government has taken some measures in an attempt to control the disease, Minister Thapa clarified that another full-fledged lockdown cannot be the solution to the existing crisis. According to Minister Thapa, the government has adopted a policy of addressing the economic crisis while finding appropriate measures to cut back the infections.
कोरोना र यो आर्थिक सङ्कट यो दुवैलाई चाहिँ हामीले समाधान गर्नुपर्ने भएको हुनाले यसमा तालमेल मिलाएर हामीले गरिरहेका छौँ र अब स्वास्थ्यका मापदण्डहरू अब अपनाएर अब यो उद्योग व्यवसायहरू पनि हामीले सञ्चालन गर्नुपर्ने छ भने एकातिर फेरि अरू सुरक्षाका मापदण्ड अपनाएर यो बन्दाबन्दीलाई पनि फेरि हामीले निरन्तरता दिनुपर्ने पनि छ। यो दुईटै कुराहरूलाई हामीले अगाडि बढाइरहेका छौँ।
Acknowledging the illegal entry into the country from different entry points that those approved by the government, Minister Thapa informed that the Ministry of Home Affairs has been taking stern actions to control such unlawful entries. More than 102 border outposts have been set up as now to monitor the flow of people into the country. In the meantime, the Nepalese army has been mobilized in Parsa district for the strict implementation of prohibitory order. According to Parsa's Chief District Officer Asman Tamang, army had to be mobilized to make the prohibitory order more effective. Army has been patrolling the streets of Parsa since Sunday morning. Prohibitory orders have been enforced in Parsa since 25th of July. Although gathering of people have decreased in the main streets, people have been roaming around in the inner alleys. Grocery stores and free movement of people at hotspots like Maistan, Birta and Murli remain unmonitored. Earlier, District Security Committee had ordered strict execution of prohibitory order to curb community-level transmissions. The National Reconstruction Authority has informed that the landslide in Lidi of Jugal Rural Municipality 2 in Sindhupalchok district occurred because of poor water management. Executive Committee member of NRA Dr. Chandra Bahadur Shrestha informed that the landslide occurred due to the poor water management in the region. He further added that in Nepal, villages that are in slopes of 30 degrees angle or more are in the landslide risk zone, but Lidi doesn't fit the criteria. Altogether, 37 houses were damaged by the landslide in the region, with loss of property and lives. Earthquake has increased the risk of landslide in regions such as Sindhupalchok, Dolakha, Gorkha, Dhading, Nuakot, Rashwa, Ramechhap, Kabre and other 14 districts in Nepal.
सरकारको नियमअनुसार 30 डिग्री स्लोप भन्दा बढ्ता जाने मतलब भएको ठाउँमा बस्ती बसाल्न योग्य हुँदैनन्। 30 डिग्री सम्म जाने मात्रै बस्ती बसाल्नु पर्ने हुन्छ र त्यो 30 डिग्री भन्दा हाम्रा अधिकांश बस्तीहरू धेरै स्लोपमा बसेका छन्।
A further 31 districts are also at medium risk of landslide. The authority has confirmed that more than 4,829 settlements are at a risk of landslide. Although more than 4,176 settlements have been managed, a further 500 still face the risk of landslide. He further informed that to reduce the risk of landslide in the region, all settlements in the area with slope angle of more than 30 degrees have to be rehabilitated. People also have to change their attitude towards the kind of plantation they do in these slopes, and most importantly, there should be proper management of water and its sources, he added. And now, the news from Economic Front. Nepal Oil Corporation has increased the price of petroleum products effective from yesterday midnight. Following the increase of fuel prices in the global market, NOC has decided to increase the price of petrol, diesel and kerosene by 1 rupees per litre each, effective from yesterday midnight, informed NOC spokesperson Binit Mani Upadhyaya. The prices have been revised as per the new price list sent from NOC's counterpart, Indian Oil Corporation. As per the new price adjustment, petrol will now be sold for 105 rupees per litre and diesel and kerosene for 91 rupees per litre each. The prices of cooking gas and aviation turbine fuel, however, remain unchanged. We'll be taking a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. India yesterday restored high-speed 4G internet service in 2 districts of Kashmir, Reuters reported. According to the news agency, the move comes after the Supreme Court last month said an indefinite shutdown of the internet there was illegal. The communications lockdown had been imposed after partial autonomy of the Muslim-majority region was scrapped by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi last year. Authorities had said the security situation was not conducive to restoring mobile internet access. The high-speed mobile data service in the districts of Ganderbal and Udhampur shall be restored forthwith on a trial basis, a government statement said on Sunday, adding the internet speed would continue to be restricted in other cities. Meanwhile, India's main opposition Congress party called for a parliamentary panel to investigate what it said was a favourable treatment by Facebook's Indian team towards the country's ruling party. Citing a report published by the Wall Street Journal on Friday, the party said employees of Facebook overseeing Indian content had refused to bar a lawmaker from Modi's party who had posted provocative comments. Congress alleged that Facebook took such an unfair decision to protect the company's commercial interest. It deleted the comments instead, the Congress party said. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Manchester United's hope of ending the season with a silverware were dashed by Sevilla as the Spanish club came from behind to win the game. United had taken the lead when Bruno Fernandes scored their 22nd penalty of the season after Marcus Rashford was fouled by Diego Carlos in the box. Sevilla, who are known to be Europa League specialists, equalised before the interval through Suso, who finished off a good chance to bring the game a level at 1-1. United looked sharper at the beginning of the second half but missed a succession of chances as Sevilla keeper Yazine Bonunu, who won the Man of the Match award, denied Anthony Martial the goal several times. Sevilla then capitalised on poor United defending as Luke de Jong produced a cool finish from a US Navas cross with 12 minutes to go to give the Spanish side a 2-1 lead. The game ended on the same scoreline as United crashed out of yet another semi-final after losing to Manchester City in the EFL Cup semi-final and to Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. The second semi-final will be played between Shakhtar and Inter Milan today to determine the team who will play Sevilla in the Europa League final. Lewis Hamilton won his fourth race from the last 6 races played so far in the season after the restart. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas were both in the podium, finishing first and third. Sandwiched between them was Red Bull's Max Verstappen, who finished the race on second position. The win has extended Hamilton's lead in the World Championship to 37 points over Verstappen, who is 6 ahead of Bottas. The victory was Englishman's 88th career win, and he is now just 3 away from breaking the all-time record of Michael Schumacher. It was also his 156th podium finish, a new record beating the previous mark also held by Michael. The win means Hamilton reaches 132 points, with Verstappen on 95 and Bottas on 89, making up the top 3. In the constructors' standing, Mercedes is 221 points at the top, with Red Bull on 135 and Racing Point on 63 to make up the top 3. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Active number of coronavirus cases climb above 9,000. Capital sees a surge in infection. Home Minister appeals all to abide by safety rules. Army mobilized in Parsa for effective implementation of shutdown. Nepal Oil Corporation hikes price of petroleum products. Price of cooking gas and aviation fuel remains unchanged. India restores 4G internet service in parts of Kashmir. Supreme Court says indefinite shutdown of internet is illegal. And Manchester United crash out of Europa League, finished trophyless in the season after losing the third semi-final. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website JanataSamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to take necessary precaution to keep away from coronavirus infections. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.